Hello, everyone. This is a quick introduction to creating your outline in Noodle Tools. So if you've already set up your project, and I think most of you have, and most of you have begun locating sources, if you're on your projects page, then click on, and you have your open project. In case you have more than one, make sure that you've clicked on the one that you actually want to work in. You're going to move over to the note cards page to find the place to set up your outline. So on my note cards page, you'll notice this whole right-hand section is where your outline will appear as you add to it. So we're going to begin. I'm using my my model NHD topic on the St. Louis, the voyage of the St. Louis. And when I open up the page, I already see a topic and a subtopic here. Now you would think I could just click on this and start typing, but it doesn't work quite that way. So if you will right click on topic, you'll get a pull down menu. And the pull down menu gives you some different options. If I just want to type next to it, I'll hit edit. If I want to add another topic that is like this one, in other words, if I want to do another Roman numeral major topic, I'll click add topic sibling. Whenever you click this, it's going to create the same type of topic or subtopic that you're in when you're creating it. Now, if I wanted to go from a Roman numeral one to subtopic A or B, I'm going to not click for a sibling. I'm going to click to add a child. And I think this will make more sense as we go through and do it. So first, let's start with edit. And I'm going to type in introduction. And in my introduction, I have two subtopics. So my first subtopic, I click edit, and that's where I want to put in overview of my paper. After I've created this one, remember that I can't have an A without having a B. So I can't stop here. So I right click and I'm going to add a B, which means I want the same type, same level of topic. So I want a sibling. So click here and see how it's created a B for me. And I'm going to edit it. Oops. And now I'm ready to add my B, which is thesis statement. Oops, got to get rid of subtopic. At this point, I'm done with my first major topic, so I want to add another Roman numeral. So I'm going to come back up to where I'm in Roman numerals, right click, and this time I'm going to add a sibling, but I want you to watch where Noodle Tools will put it. It's coming underneath. So if you remember, and you probably don't from my previous video, what my topic was for my second part of my paper. Sorry, I had a little difficulty with editing. It was the preparation for leaving Germany. And underneath that, I had two subtopics. So I'm going to go ahead and do the first one. And subtopic A was reasons for leaving. And I'm going to add a sibling to A because I want to put B in there. And it is obtaining Cuban visas. Now, I had quite a bit of information under B, so I want to further subcategorize it. So I'm not going to create a C. I want to now add a child. That brings me, you can see how we're indenting further and further in. So for the child, the first thing I wanted to discuss about the visas was availability, and then sibling, cost and corruption, conditions. And then I want to click create another sibling, and corruption in Cuba. So at this point, I need another main topic. So I'm going to come back up here, right click, add a sibling, add another sibling, add another sibling, and another sibling. So for the first one, the rest of my paper I've broken down as arrival and rejection in Cuba. And I could have broken that down even further because there are quite a few parts of it. So if I wanted to put an A or a B in there, I would just right click and I would add a child. But I'm not going to do that because I want to keep this video fairly short. Right click again, edit, go back here, attempted, leaving the topic in there. Attempted intervention, and there were interventions from both American groups and Cuban groups, so that would be another way for me to break that down into an A and a B. Return to Europe. And then finally, my conclusion. Okay. For the purposes of your paper, I'm asking you to have 5 Roman numeral main topics, and underneath those 5, for each of them, you must break them down into at least an A and a B. Now, you can certainly subcategorize them further. You can break them down with the Arabic numerals. You could have an A, B, C, D, and E. You can develop it much more than that. But for every main Roman numeral category, I want you to break it down into 2 subtopics. And one other caution that I wanted to let you know, you have to be careful when you are deleting if you have created a main topic that has a number of things under it. So watch, for example, let's say I decided to delete 2. So Roman numeral subtopic 2. So if I go up to delete and I select the main topic there and I delete it, it says, are you sure you want to delete the selected topic and the content associated with it? Well, if I click yes, watch what happens. Everything that was underneath that topic 2 is gone. So be really careful. If all you want to do is rename a topic, make sure you edit instead of deleting. Another thing I might suggest, if you're worried about accidentally deleting a bunch of things that you want to keep, you might want to jot down your outline, or at least the basic outline, on a sheet of notebook paper before you start entering it, until you get a little more accustomed to the way the Noodle Tools interface works. But this is a very easy way. I love how Noodle Tools helps you keep things indented. It guides you through the outlining process. And if you run into some difficulties along the way, always remember you can ask me or one of your classmates for additional help. But this was your introduction to creating your outline on Noodle Tools.